To make Bhakarwadi, first I am going to mix the dough. For this, I have taken 1 cup of MAIDA or all-purpose flour. Add 2 tablespoons of besan or gram flour. Half teaspoon of salt. Heat some oil, about 2 to 3 tablespoons. So you can see it's quite hot. I'm just going to pour this into the flour mixture. So you can see it's nice and it's bubbling. So make sure the oil is nice and hot while pouring it into the flour mixture. So as you can see, after adding the oil, the flours come to a nice crumbly texture. I'm going to gradually pour some water and knead the dough. I've kneaded the dough, close it and let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. For the Bhakarwadi, I'm going to dry roast a few ingredients and make a nice filling. For this, I've taken 1 tablespoon of coriander seeds, 1 teaspoon cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon fennel seeds. Next, add 1 tablespoon of white sesame seeds, half tablespoon poppy seeds. Next, add half cup of dry desiccated coconut. So you can see the desiccated coconut is nice golden color. Turn off the stove and keep it aside. Cool the mixture completely. Transfer the ingredients to the mixer jar. To this, add half teaspoon of garam masala powder, 1 teaspoon Kashmiri red chilli powder, half teaspoon salt, half teaspoon sugar. So you can adjust the salt and sugar according to your taste. Grind everything to a nice fine powder. The dough is nice and soft. Now divide the dough into 3 or 4 portions, depending on what size you want to roll it out. So take a nice large dough ball. So I'm going to divide it into 4. Gently roll out the dough ball to a medium thickness. Don't make it too thick or too thin. I've taken 1 small teaspoon of sweet tamarind chutney, place it onto the rolled out dough and spread it evenly. Take a teaspoon of the Bhakarwadi mixture and place it on the rolled out dough. Just make sure you spread it out evenly on all sides. Dab a little water on the edges of the rolled out dough surface, so that when you roll it, it sticks well and it's well sealed. So make sure you roll it nice and tight. So I'm just going to seal the ends. Cut the rolled out dough into half-inch pieces. So gently flatten it, just put a little pressure and just flatten it gently. Heat some oil for deep frying. Keep the flame on medium. Once the oil is heated, reduce the flame to a low and gently drop the prepared Bhakarwadi pieces into the hot oil. Deep fry them till they are a nice golden brown color. So you can see I'm frying them in low flame and you can see the color gradually turning to a nice golden brown color. So make sure you deep fry them slowly. You can see the Bhakarwadi has come to a nice golden brown color. Remove them from the oil. the Kara Appam, first we are going to make the batter. For this I am going to soak a few ingredients. I am adding 1 cup of raw rice, which is roughly about 250 grams. 1/3 cup tur dal, this is roughly about 75 grams. 1/4 cup urud dal, this is roughly about 50 grams. Wash everything nicely. Soak it for 2 hours. Now you can see the dal and rice has been soaking for 2 hours. Next I am going to grind it. So you can grind it in batches. For grinding, I am using the water in which the dal and rice has been soaking. So grind the ingredients to a nice smooth batter. So if you see, it's very nice and smooth. Next I am going to grind a few ingredients to a nice coarse mixture. For this, take 3 red chilies, just break them into half. 1/4 teaspoon cumin seeds, 5 tablespoons freshly grated coconut. Add a pinch of asafoetida powder. Grind this without adding any water to a nice coarse mixture. So you can see it's all ground to a nice coarse mixture. Remove this and keep it aside. Add 2 teaspoons of oil to a pan. To this add 1/4 teaspoon mustard seeds. Next I am going to add about 10 thinly sliced shallots, 1 large green chilli finely chopped, a few curry leaves finely chopped, next add a few chopped cashew nuts. This is optional. So you can see the onions have become transparent, and once they've started turning to a nice golden color, turn off the stove. Add the sauteed onions to the batter. Add the ground coconut and red chilli mixture. To this add 1 teaspoon of salt. Mix everything together. So you can see the batters come together beautifully along with all the other ingredients. Pour enough oil for deep frying onto a pan. Once the oil is hot, take a small ladle of the batter and gently drop it into the oil. Cook on one side till it's nice golden brown color. Flip to the other side. Make sure both the sides are a nice golden brown color. Remove them from the oil and serve it hot. For the pakoda, first I'm going to make the mint coriander chutney. For this, I've taken a cup of fresh mint leaves, a handful of fresh coriander leaves with the stalk. Next, to this I'm going to add 2 green chilies cut up, a piece of ginger chopped, or 4 cloves of garlic. To this, squeeze the juice of half lemon. Add half teaspoon of kala namak, 1 tablespoon of chopped onion, add a little water. The chutney is done. For the bread pakoda, I've taken 8 slices of brown bread. Now, if you don't have brown bread, you can use the regular white bread. Cut the bread slices into small pieces. To this, I'm going to add 2 medium-sized onions finely chopped. 3 cloves of garlic and a piece of ginger finely chopped, 1 green chili finely chopped, a few curry leaves finely chopped. This is optional. If you don't have curry leaves, you can do it without them. To this, I'm going to add half teaspoon of chaat masala powder, 1 teaspoon cumin powder. Just mix it all in. Next, add the ground mint and coriander chutney. So you can see the chutney has coated the bread pieces beautifully. Next, I'm going to add the gram flour. I've added 1 cup of gram flour. To this, I'm going to add 1/4 cup rice flour. Mix everything together. So you can see I've mixed the gram flour and the rice flour together along with the bread pieces. It's coated everything beautifully. It's not too soggy. So the bread pakoda mixture is ready. Roll the bread mixture into small balls. Heat some oil for deep frying. Once the oil is hot, gently add into the hot oil. Maintain the temperature on low flame. Deep fry them till they get a nice golden brown color. Remove them from the oil and serve it hot. You can get a copy of our first edition of the home cooking book on 21 frames.